because
I just remembered I was going to record.
got it. Okay. Click out of that so I can see. Okay. You guys, you're going to laugh because you are literally on a ladder right now because 5 minutes before we started, my husband and I were like trying to set up the angles because I don't usually use my laptop. I usually use my phone, but because I'm doing a Zoom with all of you, that's something new. And I just didn't want to not be able to see everybody on there. So we rigged up a little contraption. So like you guys are on a ladder, so I hope you don't fall off during my demo.
Don't get too crazy, everybody. Don't get too crazy. It might make Crystal's computer screen jiggle.
I know, yeah. I locked up my dog so he doesn't thump it. All right. So one of the things we wanted to do tonight was do just a couple of little live demos. And one of the first things that I'm going to do is going to be a football cheese ball. So this is a fun idea. I know the Packers, we should have maybe started before the game, like early in the morning, so you guys could have had this for your friends. But so for the next game, whether you're a Packers fan or somebody else, we're all from Wisconsin here that are doing this party, so are doing this Zoom, but it's just something fun you guys can do. If you have trouble seeing something, I can come closer, so just holler, okay? So the first thing I'm going to show you, what we're going to utilize is the charcuterie board. Okay, this has two sides. You can use either side. And there's a little well that is ceramic that comes out, looks like this. This part is dishwasher safe. And this one is hand wash only. It's a really pretty wood grain. You guys can all see it. Okay. What we're gonna do is use this for our cheese ball. We're gonna use it as a charcuterie board. So I'm gonna actually leave this piece off. So you can use it either way. If you want to use the deep wells and do like a breakfast buffet and do like French toast sticks, sausage, miniature waffles, you could do something like that for entertaining. If you have guests over for the upcoming holidays, anything like that. Or after school snacks, if you have some friends over, you can do cheese and grapes and nuts and things like that too. So we're gonna use the flat side. Then we have this cool electric twist and chop, which has a very sensitive button. As you can see, I just touched it. So this is the twist and chop right here. This thing is super high speed. It has a very sharp blade on it. And then what I'm going to do is first, we're going to use bacon. So here's the bacon. I have it stored. I just cooked it up this afternoon. This calls for 8 slices of bacon. So I'm going to just gently chop these. So I'm going to put them here.
It's already my favorite.
Right? Bacon is the best.
No, the twist and chop. I've used it almost every day.
That too. Although, Brandy, I know you don't eat bacon, which is weird. Okay, so we're going to give a couple little pulses. I think that's about good. Okay, so then I'm going to just save these. We're going to set these aside. I'm going to pour them right back in here. All right, then it just turns and pivots on, if anybody's wondering. I'm going to put the blade back in here. Okay, I'm going to set this up here. Can you guys see it okay?
Yep, I can see things good.
Okay. Now I'm going to add 1 8-ounce package of softened cream cheese. And this has been sitting out for a few hours, so it's going to be very soft and easy to mix. These are awesome little measuring cups as well. I have the next one right here. They fit and collapse on the inside of each other. They have measurements on the sides too, so that you can set it flat and pour liquids in it. So next I'm going to add 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And then we're going to add our seasoning. So it's just 3 ingredients. The recipe that I had called for the smoky barbecue, but I prefer the black truffle and herb. So that's this one. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of that. These are the cool little measuring spoons. They all snap into each other, so you don't lose them in your drawer. So I'm gonna grab the 1 teaspoon. All right, we'll add that in. Okay, so that's it. That's all we have to add. So now I'm just gonna mix this together until it's nicely blended. Right.
Now, Crystal, that lid has to be in place properly, otherwise it won't turn on, correct?
Yes, correct. And it just slides, it pivots side to side, and you can see where there's a little hook that it has to attach to. Then I'm gonna take my blade out. These are dishwasher safe, by the way. Okay, then.
I have to say, Crystal, because someone's commenting on how fast it is. I've been using it to dehydrate fruits and onions and things, and it is the fastest thing, and the size is perfect for what I've done in years. It's
Oh, that's
wonderful. So it's very fast.
That's good. I'm glad you like it.
And you can set the pulse if you do it once. It's like to chop something like for dehydrating. It's not as coarse, or it's coarser, and then you can set it, do it again, and it's fine. And it all takes a matter of a moment or minute.
Okay, that's good. So I'm just getting all of this mix out. And then this is the fun part. Gonna get your hands dirty. Take your wedding rings off. I took mine off. So then I'm just taking the whole thing in my hand and I'm gonna try to shape it so it's the shape of a football. Anybody can do this. This is not hard. Hey, here I have it, shape of a football.
Christmas tree.
The bacon is right here. What I'm gonna do for ease of not having to crumble and make a mess all over, I'm gonna just set this upside down on top of the bacon, like that. And then I'm gonna gently just turn it. It's just like if you were making like chicken strips and you were coating them. We're basically coating our cheese ball. Okay, now it just needs a little bit of reshaping, just a tiny bit. And again, my cheese ball was it's been sitting out for a while, so it's soft. Just gonna add the leftover crumbles to the top. Because we're not gonna let any bacon go to waste.
I was gonna say, do not leave that bacon sitting there. Does anybody on the call have the electric twist and chop yet?
I do.
Chat.
I love it. One of the best tools I've gotten in a while.
Okay, I just gotta rinse my hands because this gets a little messy.
I do too.
And I want to add, there's that oil spout. I would put a little garlic oil in there.
Oh, yeah, good point. There's a hole at the top of that cover that you can actually add a little bit of oil so that it's mixing at the certain time that you need it to, depending on what you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we have our cheese ball. And I just realized I forgot to add my chives. So I'm gonna just garnish a little bit on the top. You can use chives or green onion. Okay, then we're gonna do some sour cream. This is the fun part. This is where we're gonna get creative. So I don't know if everybody can see this. I'll bring it closer for a second. I don't want to tip it and lose it, but here we got it. Okay, this is the part where we're just going to have fun with the sour cream. So I put 1 16-ounce container of sour cream in this bag. And then I used our Pampered Chef scissors to cut it, which if you guys don't have these things are nice to have handy in the kitchen. They have a bottle opener on there, soda opener, and they come apart completely to wash them. So these things are awesome. We use these all the time. Okay, so I have a gallon bag with my sour cream in it. Okay, and then I'm gonna make the football lines.
Cute.
I should have maybe made a little larger hole, but that is okay.
Well, and I was even thinking too, like you might be able to use, like if anybody on the call has the easy accent decorator, you might be able to use maybe the piping tool. But yeah, when I need something smaller like that, I always go right for a Ziploc bag also. That works perfect.
Okay, then I'm gonna just adjust this bag. Then we're just gonna decorate the charcuterie board next.
Already looks amazing.
Okay, well, I cut the hole a little too big, but you're gonna just draw some lines.
If it's too big, Crystal, don't worry about doing the whole thing.
Sorry, guys, I did that wrong. We're just gonna draw them on with this spreader here.
There you go. That works.
Yep, this is the spreader that I was gonna use for when we serve it.
We are pampered, not perfect.
Yep.
That's what I always like to say. What a cute idea.
And then honestly, by the time you're done with the sour cream, it's not gonna look like super perfect. That if it doesn't look perfect, that's fine, because what we're gonna do is load it up with the pretzels and a variety of crackers. We're almost done with this part.
There's some tremendous matchups in this game. It's going to be a best against best, so it'll be a lot of fun. Down south is one against the.
If you have to, you can use your fingers.
The first 4 games, so 3-1. What we saw is on the schedule.
Okay, now the last little part that we're gonna garnish is the pretzels and the crackers. So you're just gonna layer those on the sides. And all these, we got like a variety pack of different crackers. Again, nobody's really gonna see those lines if you mess up.
No, that's the fun thing about a charcuterie board. You know, you can kind of
Yep. Well,
cover
and
something up or whatever. Yep.
when you're cooking in the kitchen, it's okay if it's not perfect. The fact that you're making things is the fun part. Okay. Now we have our charcuterie board all finished. My lines are a little chunky. If you guys can see them, but I'm gonna bring it closer for a second here.
Oh, nice. Yum.
Crystal.
Okay, so
There you go. Show it again, honey.
oh,
Sounds
Can you, oh, so you, maybe I have to
Very
talk
cute.
so that the screen comes on for you guys. But super
Looks
simple.
wonderful.
Yep, super simple, and just be careful when you're cutting your bag that you don't make too big of a hole on the end. But this is Pampered Chef is something that I started 2 years ago. And just to tell you a little bit, my goal was to just join it to earn some free products because I love Pampered Chef. I've been a huge fan. My mom has used it ever since I was little growing up. That's all I ever knew. So when I joined, I thought I would just get a little bit of extra commission and get some free products. And I ended up joining at the end of August, the very beginning of September, right when the busy holiday season was kicking off. And when that happened, I had so many people that wanted to have a party, which was awesome because for the first 3 months, which was the end of the holiday season, September, October, November, and the beginning of December, I had so many people that had parties that I got so much extra commission that I told my husband, this is going to help with Christmas shopping, to help with paying for tuition for private school for the kids, things like that. On top of my regular day job, I'm able to do this on the side. So it's been a blessing in my life. The first year I earned a trip to Punta Cana, all inclusive, paid for. And I wasn't a director then. I earned that just by having parties and having fun with my business. Like, this is my fun go-to little outlet. Since then I have promoted to director about a year ago, and it's been so much fun. So now is a really good time to start because like I was saying, when I did, it's the perfect time with the holidays coming up. You guys can earn some extra commission. There's a lot of free products going on right now. You can get the charcuterie board that I just displayed for free when you sign up. Same with the electric twist and chop. And there's a bunch of other things. So you can talk to your consultant if you're a little bit interested in earning a little side cash.
awesome.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, Sarah, would you be willing to share your story?
Oh, hey, I kind of forgot that I was going to do that, but yes,
Here you go.
sure. Yeah. So, hello everybody. I'm Sarah. I actually have been with Pampered Chef. I think it's 8 years. I joined to help with, well, number one, I was going to have a party and I wanted to get the products. Number two, I kind of decided, well, if I was going to have the party and get the products, maybe I'll just try it for a little bit. I wanted to be able to help my son with some college expenses. I did have a full-time job, so it definitely was never on my radar to, be anything more than just kind of a little fun hobby side thing. I'm not a big cook. I don't love to cook. So, but I just thought I'd give it a try. And I planned on doing one party a month, which is kind of what I did at the beginning. One party a month turned to like 2 parties a month, then it was 4. And I just started to really enjoy being with other people. And it was kind of like a fun, like, way to get together with others. I am a dental hygienist. Kind of a long story short, after 27 years working in the same office with my same boss, he passed away unexpectedly, and it left me without a job. And so I was very fortunate that I had Pampered Chef kind of as my little side gig, because then we also moved to Illinois. So I ended up going full-time with Pampered Chef, and it became my full-time job. And now I'm actually back to work, and I am working at Madison College in the dental hygiene department, and I'm still able to do Pampered Chef. So Pampered Chef has literally been like everything that I've ever needed it to be, and it's just been such a huge blessing in my life. So I've done it, very minimal. I've done it a lot. I've done it just kind of every way that you can imagine. And it's just so much fun. And yeah, the trips, the people, you know, our team, like these are some of my like best friends now. Like we talk all the time and we get to do fun things together and have dinners and meetings and do like fun demos and things like this. So yeah, it's been a great thing for me and for so many other people. So it was scary. I didn't want to try. Kelly asked me literally for probably 3 months.
Yep.
Because I was planning on having a party and she just kept saying, well, maybe you should just try it. And I was like, no, 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 it's not for me. I just don't think I can. And then it was always the timing wasn't right. Yeah, I had every excuse. So, but yeah, it's very fun. And it's just, and again, it was kind of that thing of Kelly finally said, what do you have to lose? Just try it. If you don't like it, you're not out anything. You still get your products. You still can, you know, whatever parties you do have, you get to keep that commission. Nobody takes it from you. So yeah, I'm very happy that she said those words because that really stuck for me because I was like, yeah, really, if I don't try it, I mean, would I ever know? And I am not out anything. So yeah, that's my little story.
Like I said too, Sarah, what I used to say was, I'm going to either end up with a really nicely stocked kitchen or a job and a job that I'm going to like for a really long time. And I'm still here almost 24 years later. And I still can say that I love my job. So I love it. Okay. So I'm trying to get me back here. I got to figure out where you guys are here because it's not, hold on. Okay. When I was talking just a second ago, could you guys see me?
Yes.
Did it switch to me? Okay. Because it was only showing me Sarah. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure if this is working. So, oh gosh, we have a lot more people that popped on here. Welcome everybody. Ooh, and here comes somebody else. All right, Kim, you may want to just double check. If you haven't already put your name in the chat, please do that for us. And if you have not filled out the survey that was included in the invite, please make sure you do that too, so we can make sure we get you to the right people. And everybody that's on here live tonight is going to walk away with 5 festive cocktail and appetizer pairings, little PDF thing that we're going to send out to everybody that joins tonight. So thank you guys all. That's our little thank you for jumping on tonight. So I'm going to kind of switch gears a little bit and we're going to talk about specials that are going on right now. And then I'm going to make something with one of our specials. So this month, like I said, we're celebrating our 44th anniversary with Pampered Chef. So October we call Heritage Month, okay? October 15th, 1980 was the first time that a Pampered Chef cooking show was done. Doris Christopher is our founder, and she did the very first cooking show on a very cold, rainy night. She was so terrified that she almost turned around and turned her car back and went back home. And I always sit and think to myself every time this comes up at this time of year, I can't even imagine where my life would be right now if she would have turned her car around. I have no idea what I would be doing. And I'm so thankful that she took that risk that night. Cause when we try new things, it's always scary. And we always like to say at Pampered Chef, just to do it scared. And so Betsy's shaking her head. So do it scared, right, Betsy? So we're going to talk about some of the fun specials. They just always kick it up a notch in October when it's Heritage Month. Okay. So everybody, any orders for stoneware, and there's tons of different stones that are available. So stoneware is like the heart of Pampered Chef. That's where, that was one of the very first big products that started Pampered Chef, was a pizza stone. And that's actually what was made at the very first cooking show. Doris Christopher took a frozen pizza, just a frozen pizza. She didn't even make like a homemade pizza. And she doctored it up with peppers and onions, and she just doctored it up. And people were just amazed how that frozen pizza was just transformed into this amazing pizza because it was cooked on stoneware. So this is like the heart of Pampered Chef, is our stoneware. So stoneware is on sale 25% off for some of our most iconic stoneware pieces. Okay. So your consultant can send you the list of all of the pieces. Like I said, the list is pretty long. They can send you all this list so you can see what's available for you to purchase this month. Okay. And if you're a host this month, what always happens is like your discounts will stack. Okay. So if it's on sale, then if you reach like where you have a 20% or a 30% discount on your party, you're going to get it off the sale price. So that's always a bonus too. So that's for October. Then I just want to share, these are the October host specials. So we've got some really amazing sets that are available at 60% off for hosting in October. So if that's something you're interested in, talk to your consultant about that, and they may still have room for you on their calendar for this month. This is our guest special for the month. Who doesn't love a scraper? Who doesn't love that measure all cup? My gosh, I don't even know if I could make chocolate chip cookies, or I'm sorry, not chocolate chip cookies, but peanut butter cookies without it to be able to measure my peanut butter in. And that all-purpose spreader is just awesome for all sorts of things, especially like we use tons of those during our holiday cookie decorating. Okay. So I'm actually going to segue here to the holidays. I know it's only October, but I'm very proud of myself. I already have like 6 Christmas presents bought. And if you know me, that usually happens like about 2 weeks before Christmas. So I'm pretty proud of myself right now. Okay. And we're going to show you guys some of our amazing holiday gift sets and the things that they brought up for the holiday season. So I just want to show you how adorable this is. Look at these. Aren't they like the cutest little things you've ever seen? These are our holiday mitten tongs. Aren't they so cute? The detail on here is incredible. And I don't know if you can really see it, but there's kind of like some white specks in there. Do you see it? That's actually intentional. It's to make it look like wool. Isn't that like adorable? So, because there was a couple consultants that were like, I think something's wrong with my mittens. I think something's wrong. And it's like, no, that was an intentional, cute little added detail. And so that's what I love about Pampered Chef is they're always thinking about details. Okay. So those are the mittens. Those are going to be $12. So super cute little stocking stuffer and all sorts of sets. So we're going to show you one. And then I'm going to show one that I use tonight. So this one is called the Build and Bake box. It's gingerbread. And this is a fun little set. Like, look at this. Look at the attention to detail. They even give you a cardboard piece for you to build your gingerbread house on. How cute is that? Then it's got gingerbread mix in here, which is not available in the catalog. This will just be a seasonal thing. And then it's got royal icing to make. It's got these cute little cards for you to do everything with. And then in the bottom here of this cute box is our gingerbread house molds. And they're silicone, so they are really easy to clean. You're not lifting hard card or big stone or metal, gingerbread houses. We had gingerbread houses. My gosh, what are they called? Gingerbread, what are they called? Molds. Thank you. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Gingerbread molds a couple years ago, and they were really popular. And another really cool thing that you can do with these besides using gingerbread in them is you can melt things like Jolly Ranchers and make them like lit up, and those like peppermint candy swirls, and they are just adorable. So how cute is that? And look at the other thing that I think is awesome is it's even got a gift tag on the front of the box for to and from. So I think that's so cute. Pampered Chef always thinks of everything like that. One other thing that's on our list is the peppermint dessert mix. Okay. So you can make a dip out of this, or you can make a pie out of it. kind of like a no bake pie. So there's some different instructions that you can do for different things. We also have one that premiered September 1st, and it's called a caramel apple dip. So really, really awesome. I happen to always make every year a peppermint pie. That actually is, it's called holiday peppermint pie. It is an old Pampered Chef recipe from probably the early 90s. And I usually make it every year. So I might try this year and see if it's a good alternative. So this stuff is available until, we've got it till December 31st. The other thing I always want to mention, this is the time of year too that our cinnamon, our cringy cinnamon, our cinnamon plus, and our double strength vanilla come back up. So October 1st to December 31st, you can get those seasonal items. So if you want your holiday baking kicked up a notch, I would highly recommend giving those a try. Anybody on here ever used the cinnamon or the cinnamon plus?
I have
Yes,
cinnamon.
delicious, right? Delicious. It's double strength, the cinnamon is as well. So you really, if it calls for a teaspoon, you really only have to use half a teaspoon, but I'm telling you, it's so good. You're just going to want to use the full teaspoon. It's so good. So stack up, get yourself a couple of packets for it. And I know for me, some of the other consultants, I'm sure do something like this as well. I always kind of keep track who buys my cinnamon, and I check in with you at the next year and see if you need to order anymore, because it's this limited time that we have for this. So awesome amounts of gift sets. So your consultants, if you want to find out the different gift sets, and then here's the different seasonal items that we're going to have for the fall, or for the holiday, I should say. So the gingerbread and the royal icing, you can get that separate as well, but it is in those sets. And then the last thing I'm going to show you for the sets is what we're going to do tonight is the hot chocolate gift set. How cute is that? Same thing, it's got the little tag. It has home style marshmallows. So I made home style marshmallows for you guys tonight. Sorry you can't taste them. They're really good. I already had a little bit of the batter. And in this cute little box, so your marshmallow mix will be in the box too. And then in this kit, there is milk chocolate cocoa, chocolate cherry hot cocoa, sea salt caramel. That one I want to try for sure. And gingerbread. I love gingerbread, so I think I'm going to really like this one. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to remind me a little bit of maybe drinking like a chai tea, maybe. I think it might have that kind of an effect. Have anybody gotten this yet? Any of the girls even on the team, has anybody gotten and tried the ginger? Did you try the gingerbread one yet? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of wondering. I'm kind of thinking maybe it's a little bit like chai. So that is a super fun set. Okay. So what I did today, I had to have a little bit of cooling time and stuff like that. So I obviously couldn't make the marshmallows in real time for you, but this mix was put with a cup of water, and I put it over medium high heat and brought it to a boil. And I boiled this mixture for about 8 minutes till it reached about 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So if somebody has a candy thermometer, I actually used our Easy Read digital thermometer, which you're not really supposed to, but I did. Okay. So it worked. You just have to be really careful. But, so you did that. Then what you did is you brought it off the burner and just let it sit for about 3 minutes. Then I added it to my stand mixer and I whipped it on the highest speed for about, was it like, I think it was like 10 minutes I went. It was 10 to 12 minutes. So I went 10 minutes. And I had to take one of my mix-in scrapers to scrape it out, but I took it and I used my kitchen spritzer with a little bit of oil in it. And I spritzed my scraper and it came out very easily. And I was also very impressed that it easily came out of the whisk attachment too. I was impressed with that. Hold on a second. I got to shut the door. The dogs are going like crazy. Go in, go out, go, come on, go, go, go. Oh my gosh, you beast. Beastie puppies, people, beastie puppies. So I prepared This is our new 8x8 Brilliance Bakeware. And oh my goodness, this stuff is unbelievable. We have a 9x13 and 8x8. We have 2 extra long loaf pans that come as a set. And we have a sheet pan that has a rack that you can bake like chicken right on it or do bacon on it where it drips down into the sheet pan. And this is supposed to be, it's like super, super non-stick. It's got this extremely cool coating that is, can you kind of see the blue? It's in our Brilliance blue line because we do have a set of cookware that's called Brilliance and it's very, very non-stick as well. So this is marshmallows in here, sticky marshmallows, okay? I'm gonna put a little bit more powdered sugar on the top here. I've got my flour sugar shaker with powdered sugar. Just gonna put a little bit more on the top. Hopefully this doesn't make a super big cloud of smoke when I go to flip this. So I'm gonna flip it onto my cutting mat. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And look at my marshmallows came out like that. Like not even stuck to the pan. Is that not insane? Super crazy. Anybody else, any of the girls on the call have used your Brilliance yet? And what do you guys
I
need?
have the large cake pan, 9x13, and it's wonderful.
I made
High
it.
quality, very high quality
Yes. Kind of
and
designed-
heavier duty.
You can do baked goods and stuff in it, but also it's kind of for your stuff that's like your savory meals that are really like
Yep.
sticky and ooey and gooey. Like I did a chicken and stuffing bacon in my 9x13 last weekend and it just cleaned up.
It slides right out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slides right out. Sarah, what did you make something? I saw you raise your hand or you said something.
I made apple crisp in it today and my husband's out there and enjoying it.
Sounds like a good plan.
I can hear the spoon like tinging in the dish right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know I use mine, the half sheet pan, and I use that for meatballs and for chicken. And all the drippings that were on the pan after it was cool, all I did was take a paper towel to it. All the grease and everything just wiped right off. So when I actually had to wash it,
Wow.
I used a little Dawn dish soap, and it was clean. There was no scrubbing involved. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And we were, some of us might have actually said to ourselves, do we really need more pans when it came out? Because sometimes we do that. And yeah, these we do need. We do need them. They're very, very awesome. One of my girlfriends just did the chicken on the rack too. And she was like, I cannot believe how fast that cleaned up and how crispy everything was. That she just loved it. So I did, when I prepped that pan, I sprayed it again with my kitchen spritzer and put a layer of powdered sugar on the pan first too, before I poured the marshmallow mixture in there. So I'm going to now I'm going to take a serrated knife. I think it'll cut it easier. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. And I'm just going to get.
Kelly, are they as dense as the marshmallows you buy or more or less? How would you describe it?
They're about that thick. Okay. I feel like they're not quite as sweet, which I liked because I'm not always like the biggest marshmallow fan. But I was like, I thought it was pretty cool how they mixed up. And the longer that you mixed it, like the thicker it got. And it honestly, it set up pretty quick then, like when you poured it in the pan. And I just took, the next thing I took was just another spatula. I took a little bit of a smaller one, sprayed that also to kind of even it out in the pan, and then just let it cool for about an hour, and then it's ready to go. And then you're supposed to store it in an airtight container, okay? So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take one of my silicone measure-all cups, and I have got these cute little green candy wafers. Does anybody use these ever? They're awesome. You can get them at like Michael's and Hobby Lobby. They have all sorts of these like candy melts, if you will. So they're these just little wafers that are colored. So I could totally just do this with chocolate, but I'm kind of in the Christmas spirit right now with those little mittens and everything. So I'm going to so this is what these wafers look like if you've never used them. So I'm going to just put a few in here. And our silicone measure, or these little prep bowls. They have lids. They come as a set of 3. They all nest within inside of each other too. So they don't take up much space for storage. But the fact that they're silicone, you can pull these out of the microwave and they just don't get that hot. So you're not burning. If I would go and put it in a prep bowl, I'd totally have to use oven mitts to get it out of the microwave. It would be super hot. So this one is the best for melting. I'm just going to put this in here. We got to go for 30 seconds. I'm going to just use my little mini skinny scraper here. I love this one. So yeah, they're kind of like hard on the outside, but like I can like squish them, in the middle. So, but airtight container is what they're saying. So, I just think that you have to just be like 8 minutes was perfect. It was at the 230 degrees in 8 minutes. I used about a 2-quart, like saucepan. Just mixing this up. I'm going to hit myself with the microwave here. Put it in for another 30, get this melted. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do a little decoration. I actually think I'm going to do one in the middle more. So it's got regular edges here. These usually don't take that long. You're supposed to do 30 seconds in between though. Or mix in between is what I should say. Has anybody ever used those before, those little melts?
Use the chocolate ones.
Yeah, I've used, I made some really fun Rice Krispie treats for a bridal shower a couple years ago where we made them kind of look like a beach scene. Yep. And for the sand, they had salted caramel of these, and oh my gosh, those were so good. So that fast, just mixed up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little mitten tongs and I'm going to grab one of these marshmallows and I'm going to kind of just dip it in the side here. Just kind of go like halfway up it. Just a cute little detail. And then I've got some holiday sprinkles here. And I'm going to just dip it in the sprinkles. If you want to make fun little homemade holiday treats to give to family members and stuff like this, how cute would this be? Buy some of those little clear cellophane bags as it's dripping on my phone. Just give this as a gift. How fun would that be? So I'm just going to let this one kind of set up and dry here. And while we're waiting for that to set up, I think we need to have some hot chocolate, right? Don't you think? So I'm going to do milk chocolate tonight. That's the one I just want to use. So I better read my glass or use my readers here. I got to look and see. I think it's only a tablespoon. Yep, 1 tablespoon. That's what I thought it was. So I'm going to grab some milk out of my fridge. And I'm going to use our electric milk frother for this. Has anybody seen this yet? I know some of our consultants have it and we love it. The cool thing, I'm going to take it off of the base here so I can walk it over to you guys here, but it's got this little button here and it does low foam, high foam, steamed milk, and then it will actually do cold foam, which is incredible because that's hard to find. And a lot of people are spending a lot of money on the cold foams in the stores that you can get that kind of look like they're in the whipped cream containers. You can just do it at your own house with your own milk. And yes, you can do alternative milks with this too, like almond milk and cashew milk and all that kind of stuff. It works just fine. So this little base is what like activates the settings. And then you've got your little top here, and there's just this little whisk on the inside that easily just pops out for you to clean. Okay, so it's super easy to clean. You don't submerge this in water, the whole thing. You just wash out the inside of the frother. Okay. All right. So let's get some milk, and it's got different levels, lines in here for what size of a cup you want. So we're going to go like this. So we're just doing some steamed milk, and I'm going to grab a measuring spoon. I thought I had everything out, but I didn't. Again, Pampered, not perfect. Let's grab, I love these measuring spoons. These are the same ones that Crystal just used. I love them because they can fit right down inside containers. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. And I'm gonna put the top on and I'm gonna set it to steam. It's going. It's very quiet. You can't hear it. So we'll let that steam up for a couple minutes.
Kelly, I actually had a customer that has bought several frothers through Amazon from just random places, and she won a frother from me in my VIP group. And she said until she got this Pampered Chef frother, she will never go back. She said it's so much better. And I said, well, like, what do you like about it? And she said she uses it several times a day. It hasn't died. And she said it's so quick, it's quiet. And the only thing I asked her was, this one, ours doesn't have a spout on it, you know, for a pouring spout. I said, do you like that or not? And she goes, actually, I love that it doesn't have a spout, because otherwise through other frothers that have a spout, when she would froth, it would come out like it would be too. So she said she can leave it and it's just fine. So just, it was interesting hearing from a customer that feedback, because I've never used any other one. So
yeah, and I've never used another one either. My daughter had one of the ones that you could just like put down inside, like with the little froth tool on it like that. But I just love it. Like the cold froth thing is what's so appealing to me, because the cold brew coffees and stuff these days is just so popular, that the fact that we can do all of those different settings in one product, I think is pretty amazing. So does anybody, any of the customers on the call tonight, has anybody have this at home? No, nobody? Okay. Brandy, Sarah, Kim, anybody, any consultants on the call? What have you guys like to use yours for? If you've been using it. Betsy, I don't know if you guys have.
I use it
use
mostly for the
mine.
cold brew.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jamie, and then Brandy can go.
Oh, I said I usually use it for the cold brew,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm definitely gonna be doing it for the hot chocolate mix.
Yeah, I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to dip.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to dip another one while we're at it.
I didn't realize that the chocolate melts were sold over at Michael's. So
Yeah,
that's
Michael's,
really good to
Hobby
know.
Lobby. They
I
have them
think
at Walmart.
Walmart.
They have tons of them at
Yeah, I
Walmart.
was gonna say
At
Walmart has them.
Yeah, Walmart's over kind of by like the party accessories and stuff like that. They're over, it's kind of in a weird spot, but Michael's, there's like a whole like cake decorating section. It's over in that area. And same thing at Hobby Lobby. They're over like where they have all their cake decorating stuff. Hobby Lobby, I think personally has the biggest variety of flavors and stuff, but you can really get any color you could imagine. So like I said, if you're looking for like some DIY, like Christmas gifts and stuff, this is super fun. And I also think too, like we came out with our electric, popcorn maker last year, Pop and Stir, and you can do candied nuts on there and candied types of popcorn, all sorts of different flavors of popcorn. And it's like, if you really want to like do some like homemade stuff, those are a couple of really fun tools. I think it just stopped. Oh yeah, feels nice and warm. It's even a little frothy in there. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to drip it out. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in my mug here. Can you see the steam coming off of it? And that was all of maybe 2 minutes, I think that took. And I had a nice frothed cup of coffee. And I'm going to take my marshmallow, put it down in here. And how cute is that? Merry Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. It's not even Halloween yet, but that's kind of how I feel right now.
I love it.
Yeah, isn't that so cute? So cute. So, I'm just excited. I think these are going to make just great Christmas presents for people this year. I don't know. I mean, it's just fun. And it really goes along with our with Pampered Chef's, motto of wanting to get everybody back in the kitchen. I mean, this is fun stuff that you can do with your family, you guys. This is, take some time and make those memories, with your kiddos and grandkids and stuff like that. So, I am going to, I think Brandy, do you mind going next? Do you want to tell us a little bit about your story?
Sure. So basically this will be 4 years, the end of the October, that I joined Pampered Chef because I always thought it was so funny that I joined, in the same time as our anniversary. So I can't ever forget my anniversary because it's the same month. But it'll be 4 years this month, and same kind of concept when I joined. I wanted free products. I had a party and got some cookware. That was my goal with my party, was to get quality cookware for my kitchen. And once I got it, I fell in love. I, before that, did not have Pampered Chef stuff in my kitchen. I think I had like one little old thing that I got from my stepmom, but I didn't know much about Pampered Chef. And then when I got the cookware, I fell in love with the quality, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need more stuff in my kitchen. And I reached out to Sarah, who I never had a party with. I didn't know. I just asked who a local consultant was because I wanted to support somebody local. And I just said, I need to get more stuff. I'm like, I have, because you get a discount for hosting for a year. So I was like, I need to get more stuff with this discount. I want my kitchen, and she's like, why don't you just have a party? And I'm like, I just had a party. So then we talked about joining. Long story. It was like, I've tried other direct sales companies before. And I'm like, my husband will probably kill me. I'm not going to do this. And she's like, but you want all this stuff. Why would you pay full price? And so we went back and forth. She finally kind of said the same thing. What do you have to lose? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to pay full price to get my kitchen stocked. So I'm going to do this for a few months and then I'll be done. I fell in love. I had a 1-year-old son at the time, and I worked at a dental office as well. I worked full time, and I loved that we could have fun in the kitchen. Like Kelly was just saying, like we were literally just making meals, cooking up fun things, and I was making, little videos and pictures, and I was getting paid to do it, and I was getting all of these free products, and I'm like, well, let's just do this a little bit longer and see how much more money I can make or see how much other free products I can do. And so I continued to do it for a few months. And it was the busy holiday season, kind of like Crystal said. And people were wanting to have parties, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to get stuff for my kitchen, but okay, let's have a party. We'll figure it out. And it was a lot of fun. And in the time we had a long fertility journey to have my son, and I was making enough extra money on top of my full-time job money to help pay for our next step that we had to do with our journey, which, if anybody knows anything about fertility treatments, everything is very expensive. So we did our next step, and long story short, I got surprised with being pregnant with triplets. And do you want to talk about not knowing what is going to happen in your life? I was scared. I was scared to death to quit my full-time job. I always worked full-time and had some sort of a, side job, whether it was bartending, waitressing, Pampered Chef. And so I was very scared. My husband was terrified to be the sole provider of a family of, 4 kids and me. And I was like, you know what? I have Pampered Chef. I've been having fun with it. I've been making money, but let's just see what I can do with this. Like, I can't work and pay for 4 kids in daycare, so let's just figure out what we can do. And it took me a little while to adjust to life with triplets plus another one. So I had 4 kids, 2 and under. And after a few months and after a few, whatever, I finally just put my heart into it and knew that this is what I needed to do. And that's what I did. And I've turned it into my full-time job. It's been a blessing to stay home with my kids. And it's funny because I make more money now than I did when I worked at the dental office. So I'm like, well, that worked out pretty nicely. But it's just like, like they all have said, it's whatever you want it to be or whatever you need it to be in your life, it can be. And when I started, I wanted the products, and that's what it was. And it was perfect for that time. And then it was the extra money that was great. So now I love it because once again, now I have 4 kiddos that I get to make my crazy videos with and make a mess in my kitchen and just get to have fun with it. So that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandy. So myself and Crystal and Sarah and Brandy, they are all a part of my director team. And you know, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have them with me. It's hard to do things by yourself. So I love it that we work together as a team. And so thank you guys all for jumping on here and helping me tonight, girls. Okay, I appreciate you all. So the last thing I want to share with you guys, and then we can do some questions if anybody has questions, is I want to share with you an amazing opportunity. It is anniversary month. And so Pampered Chef is doing something like they've never done before. They are offering either our stoneware lunch kit at $44 or any of our other kits at 44% off. So if you've got a big wish list, this may be something that you want to give a try. I don't know why my thumb is up, but it's up. So I didn't even put my thumb up this time, did I, girls? This is like a random thing that happens with me on Zoom. I have no idea. Sometimes balloons go crazy. It's funny. So our cookware kits that have our cast iron bundles and our Brilliance bundle, that Brilliance cookware that we were just talking about, that's so amazing. You could join, and those 2 kits, if you pick between those 2, they would be $84. Both of them are about $700 worth of product for $84. I mean, wow, that is insane. Then the small appliance kits, we've got the deluxe multi-cooker, the deluxe electric grill and griddle kit, and our brand new deluxe coffee maker that just premiered this summer. I love my coffee maker. One of these kits, most of them retail for almost $900. You can get them for $140. I always like to tell people, give it a try for 30 days. You don't have to marry it, just date it for a little bit. See what you think. Do a party for yourself, get commission on it, get some extra products for yourself along with what you get in your kit, and see what you think. How many of the people did you hear tonight say that I was just going to do it for a little bit? And I'm here for 24 years. So you never know what could be the right time. This could be the side hustle for you right now. Okay. So if you're interested in giving the business part of Pampered Chef a try, contact your consultant tonight and we can help you get started. Okay. Who has a question about anything that we did tonight? Anything about the business? You can literally ask us anything. We will be honest with you. Or if you have a question about like some of the products or anything tonight too, we're welcome to answer anything. So you guys can come off of mute if you want to go ahead and ask a question. And don't be shy. Like I said, do it scared.
Kelly, I'll just add something while people are thinking of a question.
Yeah.
You were talking about gift ideas and I didn't want to interrupt you, but I just did a like vendor event over this Friday, Saturday weekend, and I have these downstairs. So I had to show you guys. These are fun little ideas for gift giving season. So this is that one free mini spatula that the scraper that you guys can get for free with a $90 order. You can put the marshmallow mix with it, put a little bow on it, and then I have it clipped here. This is the chip clip holder. It's magnetic. It has a slicer on it, so you can open your cereal boxes or cereal bags without making a huge, humongous mess. So I had that on display. And then another idea too was just wrapping it in a little gift bag like this. I have basil pesto mix, some Twix-It clips, and then I have a cup duster. So just adding a little ribbon and bow adds a little flair. And look at this. How simple is this for a teacher gift? So
yeah.
I know it's October, but you know how time flies, everybody, right? So just a fun little thing I wanted to add to when you were talking about the gift giving stuff.
Yep. So what are we today? October 6th. Think about it. How far away are we from Christmas, really? But I have 6 gifts bought. I'm so excited. That doesn't ever happen. So who has a question? Come on, don't be shy. Ask us.
Kelly. I heard somewhere that all of the products are designed to where it doesn't matter if you're right or left-handed. You can use them both. Is that true?
The majority of them, yes. Doris Christopher is left-handed, and so she did that intentionally. Mm-hmm. That is true.
Very nice. I thought that was a fun little fact.
Yeah, it is. Dawn is not ready for Christmas. I know, Dawn. It'll be here before we know it, though, so we got to get in the holiday spirit. I feel in the holiday spirit. Look how cute that is. Isn't that so cute, that marshmallow? I love it. Anybody else have a question? This is open floor. Is there anything in the chat, Kim, that needs to be addressed at all?
Nope, I don't think nobody's posted anything. Somebody had joined late and asked about how you made the marshmallows. I just said it was a mix that's available. But other than that, no.
Let me have an apple.
You know, and the thing is too, is that
Let me-
like,
Let me have
if
an
you
apple.
want to go ahead and give something like this a try, go ahead and get a couple packages of it because it's available until December 31st. These holiday items are, and we have no idea if they'll put them in the catalog in the spring or if they'll bring it out again next fall. We have no idea. They don't give us like the inside scoop on that kind of stuff. So like, get it while you can. It's like while supplies last, okay? Same thing, you know, hot chocolate kit, the gingerbread, stuff like that, you know, stock up on it while you can.
How much was the hot chocolate kit?
The hot chocolate kit is, I think it's 60. Let me double check though.
I believe it's 60.
Yeah, I think it's,
Okay, that's close enough. I was just curious.
the hot chocolate kit is 60. The holiday gingerbread house one is 60 as well. We
Okay,
also have like cookie cutter one too. That's super cute.
yep, I have that one already.
Yeah. This one is like a kit though. It's got the cookie cutters and it's got a kid
Oh,
scraper and a shortbread cookie mix. We do have a shortbread cookie mix that's really good. And let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I made those last week and they're really great.
And this is our holiday jam. I'm not kidding. This tastes like a spoonful of
I already
Christmas.
have that, yeah.
It's delicious. I think my sister-in-law might be on the call and she can agree because I gave her a spoonful of it when she came over one day.
And even with those cookie cutters, you can do that with like a piece of bread or like,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
do the cheese.
They're the Linzer cookie cutters. They came out in the catalog in September. So those aren't necessarily seasonal. That'll be in the catalog, but like you can use them to cut cheese and you can make little, you know, cute little sandwiches for your kids. You know, like the big thing these days is all those cute little cutouts in bento boxes for the kids. And so that's something you can do with those. They're not like the cut and seal, like they won't seal a sandwich, but you know, they're like a cookie cutter. So you can make something cute with those. Anybody else have a question? Otherwise, we'll get you guys off of here. You can always reach out to your consultant also and, you know, and ask questions.
Hey, Cal, it's Lori Bloom.
Thank you.
How many times a year do they release a new catalog?
Only twice. We have September 1st and March 1st, but we do have seasonal. So we just had the holiday items premiered October 1st. And then we usually, once in a while, we'll have something in January. Not every year. And then we usually have a grouping of summer products that will release June 1st. So they're not like in a catalog. It's just like a flyer like this. It's not
right.
Like 5
So
to
I noticed that last month in September, there was a French onion packet. Is that no longer available?
French onion dip mix?
No, I think it was like for a soup. Or was that in the taste buds or whatever that is?
It was an exclusive seasoning in the taste buds.
Okay.
I don't know if I actually, girls, did anybody know? I don't know if I opened that one yet.
So does the taste bud thing, if you subscribe to that, it changes monthly or?
You get 3 seasonings a month. You can subscribe for a 1-month subscription, 3-month, or 6-month, but you get 3 spices a month with 3 recipe cards, but you have exclusive access to the Taste Buds Hub on your consultant's personal website that you can go in and literally just put in the spice you have, and it'll give you every recipe that you can make with that spice. So you don't
But
have but then each month it changes, but sometimes we have exclusive ones that aren't even available in the catalog.
okay, so they're not necessarily available.
Not necessarily. Our Taste Bud subscribers get first try at new flavors that they're testing, and then they
Okay.
can give feedback. So I will look for that one, Lori, to see exactly which one you're talking about. But we do have a really, really good French onion dip mix, but I use it as like seasoning, just like you would like a Lipton onion soup mix packet. I use it the same exact way as that.
That's what I use it for too.
Mm-hmm. That one, let me see if I have.
Thank you all.
Yeah, it looks like this. It's French onion dip. So that one was a soup packet?
Yeah, because it was in a soup packet. I was gonna order in September and I waited too long because I was waiting to ask you about placing it in a party. And then I realized we're October, so it was no longer available.
Okay. I don't remember that one, but I don't always open my taste bud packets like right away. It just
Okay.
depends. So I can look at mine and see if I can find one and you could try it at least. And it may be something because we do have tortilla soup mix and we do
Right.
have oh girls, my mind just went blank. Tortilla soup mix, and we have
Minestrone.
minestrone, and we also have new that premiered in September was a tomato bisque soup as well.
And one of the taste buds, I'm not sure if it was October or September, had an exclusive French onion soup. I just opened both of them, so I can't remember which one it was in because I just
French
opened them
onion.
both.
Brandy just looked. So does it say soup mix on it, Brandy? Okay. So that
Yeah,
could be
it
very
does say-
possible. We have meal mix-ins, so we have like chicken Tuscan herb. I can't think that's the right way it goes. There's a chili one. I made chili today with it. There's a scampi one and there's a pad thai one, and you get a pack of 3 of those in when you buy it, and they're like called meal mix-in. So that could be ended up premiering as a meal mix-in.
So what I
Based on
liked
the
about
packaging.
this,
Mm-hmm.
on the recipe for this one, you can do French onion meatballs, French onion soup, 1 pan French onion pasta, a French onion dip, or onion and apple grilled cheese.
Okay. So that's
So-
that's the different ideas that you can do with a taste bud subscription. I always just tell people try it for 3 months and see what you think. You know what I mean? It's going to give you 3 nights out of the month that you don't have to come up with an idea, and you're trying something new. You know, you could even pick like Tuesdays is going to be your taste bud Tuesday, and you do it on that night. And you get like what Brandy showed you, that's about the size of the package of the seasoning you get. But most of the time you have a little bit left over. So it's not like you use it all necessarily in one sitting. So you can try other recipes with it too in that hub. Okay. Anybody else have a question? All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you taking time out of your night with your family to come on here. I hope you guys had fun, and we will be in contact with you to get you guys all your special 5 festive recipes little cookbook. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Thank you. Thanks, girl.